Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Alright, so at the end of the last episode, we didn't get to round too much. We ended pretty quickly because we managed to fit 3 whole missions into a single episode. But either way, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we have fixed some things up. First of all, we need to repair our Marauder. We did get shot in the back, unfortunately. I thought that we had managed to block the way around, but it turns out I was incorrect, so we took some damage there. Had to replace a heatsink, but again, nothing too ridiculous. So as for our missions for today, we're going to start with showing the flag, I believe. So this is for the planetary government against the Magistry of Canopus. I think we're going to go for money at this point. Salvage could be okay, but it's only 2.5 skulls. I think I would rather money over salvage right now, as that does mean when we fly to the next planet, we will have plenty of we'll have plenty of money for our black market dealings. Okay, so that's what we're going to go for. Oh, we have a Griffin locked in. Okay, a 1-2-3-1. Ugh. That is not particularly good. Alright, well, if we're going for a battle, let's... You know what, that actually kind of changes things. Let's bring our Atlas. Let's also maybe... You know, let's bring out the Zeus as well. And then... Yeah, we're here for money, so let's see. Do we bring the Shadowhawk? I feel like that's probably a good call here. Good amount of maneuver. Good amount of... Yeah, a few things. Alright, so initiative 2-2-3-3. Yeah. I think this is how we're going to play this. So let's see. Let's just double check. Yeah, I think that's as good as we could realistically ask for. So... actually, the Shadowhawk, maybe, just maybe. You know what we're going to do? We have Breaching Shot. Let's maybe switch this out for Archangel. Yeah, we'll use your coolant vent. I think that's not a bad way of us dealing with things. This should be okay. We'll keep the V.I.P as far back from the front lines as possible, and well, safely tucked away behind a few assault mechs. Alright, so while we keep her behind our assault mechs, let's go ahead and yeah, plan for our mission. So we've got to go ahead and destroy an enemy lance and keep the official alive. Nice and simple. A mid-level local government official has decided to personally patrol a moderately dangerous region of the planet. We've done our best to dissuade her, but she's insistent that she show the people she's willing to take risks on their behalf, rather than let her stumble around in her family's ancestral griffin until some opportunistic pirate decides to murder her. We'd like for you to escort her and keep her alive. Alright, on one hand, that griffin can probably take care of itself, given the kind of opposition we're likely to run into out here. On the other hand, any official who thinks personally patrolling is a good idea may not be the best pilot around, and that is certainly the case with what we've seen. Alright, so I suspect this will be a waste of your time, Commander. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. Well, we're being paid to accompany you. If there's no fighting, we get paid to stretch our legs and take in the sights. Hey XO, we've got multiple blips over here. Looks like Canopian livery. Alright, and that is a Locust, and I'm guessing a Blackjack. Alright, in that case, Commander, wear weapons hot. Keep that V.I.P alive. I'm listening, you know. Don't talk about me like I'm not even here. Well, when it's time to evac, Commander, I'll pick you up here. Hey, can you even hear me? Is this thing on? How do I tell if my radio is working? Hello? Hello? Alright. Let's ignore her for now.
Skipper?
Yeah, let's get everybody else moving up first. There we have contact.
Sensors have something.
Ooh, okay, 55 and 20. We'll go ahead and, you know, let's move into cover. Have another question mark on our sensors. The Zeus, let's travel... I don't know, we're more for fire support anyway. We'll just move here. The Shadowhawk, I think we're going to play this like we're just fighting with 3 mechs. We're going to keep her as safe as possible. We'll see what we can find. Alright, so LRM's coming on in. That's okay. Again, they don't have vision on their target. Oh, no, scratch that. Looks like the Locust has made its way around. Alright.
What do you need?
So,
I'm receiving you.
oh, wait a second. The Shadowhawk. Hang on a second. I think...
Yeah?
Oh, I put her in the... Okay, whoopsie daisies. I got distracted. Alright. Let's go ahead and... 5%? Wow. Okay, you know what? We're going to jump you as far across as possible. You know what? This is all horrendous. Let's just go ahead and jump.
Engaging jump jet.
We'll fire off an LRM so we can help strip its evasion, but again, this isn't particularly good. But at least she should be safe. The Atlas, yep, we can happily shrug that off. Alright.
Standing by.
Archangel, right, of course, here you go. So, 20 and 25s, that's not as bad. Jump jets can get us no better than what we've already got. Alright, you know what? Let's maybe reserve here. We'll see what the others come up and do, and then we'll deal with whatever's left. Alright. So, let's have a look. Okay, Shadowhawk, another 45, the Locust. Look, we can probably leave the Locusts for now. Yeah, we'll keep our VIP fairly safe. It's not like a couple of LRMs are going to kill us. We can then maybe target...
Standing by.
Actually, you know what? Maybe what we do... Maybe we fire the LRMs over here and we try and take out the Locust and then spread the rest of the damage onto the Shadowhawk. Yeah, look, you know what? That could actually be a decent play here. Alright, let's move up. We'll see what we can see. Alright, so there's a blackjack in the back there. Alright, let's fire. Let's go. I think the LRMs will fire on the Locust. The weapons else over here. Yeah, I think we ignore the blackjack for now. Yeah, I think we ignore the blackjack. We'll just see if we can kill the Locust in one.
Got it.
Alright, a whole heap of damage, but not quite enough. There goes a little bit of the Shadowhawk's evasion. Let's go...
Orders?
Oh, actually, you know what? Technically, oh, we've actually got some more odd shots here on that. We might need to do something there. Other than that, we've got some very solid shots here. How's this doing? 5 hit points? Yikes. Okay, you know what? That's fine. We'll go ahead and we'll move on up.
10-4.
We will focus all of our attention on the Shadowhawk. We'll send a single... what do we do? Maybe the SRM-6? Yeah, there we are. That way we can have the most chances of hitting the center torso. Yeah, we only need one missile. It'll be fine.
10-4.
Alright, well, that's not looking good, that Shadowhawk. And there goes those SRMs.
Bye-bye.
Alright, good work there.
Commander?
Let's bring our Shadowhawk. I think we'll go... Yeah, I think we go ahead and we move over here. We'll take the shot. I don't think we can ask for much more. 90%, 60%. Yeah, that's as good as we could ask. Oh, wait. Jump jets. Will that get us any better positioning? No. So let's just go for a regular move. That'll be sufficient.
Moving to position.
Alright, let's see if we can knock this thing over.
Target acquired.
Alright. Hey, EXO, I'm tracking inbound blip coming in fast and low, like they're making a drop-off. Alright, keep us updated, Maya. That is potentially a trouble, but that is alright. We will... Yeah, they're regrouping. This is actually quite ideal. I would prefer that they do that.
My old mama can hit harder than that.
Let's see.
Yep.
You know what? I don't actually think we're going to get any kills here. And there's not much we can really do as far as... Oh. I guess theoretically we could actually get a decent shot there on that Shadowhawk, and that LRM-5 could be enough to make it fall. That's probably the best chance we've got. So you know what? Let's go ahead and use it.
On it.
Let's see that the V.I.P actually does something.
Acknowledged.
Okay, and not quite enough stability damage. Alright, well, you know what? It is what it is. We can follow that up in a second. Alright, as for Archangel, let's go. What do we do here? You know what? Maybe we just go ahead and reserve. Yeah, we're going to reserve. We'll let the Blackjack do whatever it wishes. And you know what? It fell right into our trap. It's coming in a little bit closer, giving us better range on those SRMs. Alright, let's bring... Yeah, there we go. 95s, 85s. This should be lovely.
I'm going.
Alright, let's see what we can do.
Target confirmed.
Alright, not a heap of damage, but it'll be enough.
Confirmed.
Let's bring...
Waiting for orders.
Let's bring the Zeus around. Alright, you know what? We'll take... oh wait, multi-target's probably not ideal. Let's just go for the kill here. Drop off the medium lasers and just fire the LRMs. I think that's as good as we could ask, and it should hopefully knock it over.
Gotcha.
Alright, and it is standing. That's so incredibly annoying. I cannot tell just how much we put on there, but it must be just on the threshold.
Yep.
Alright, fine. Let's finish this off. Let's move.
Location confirmed.
Alright, and honestly, I don't think it's going to take particularly much. Let's just focus on, I don't know, maybe we send... Yeah, look, you know what? We're going to go multi-target. We're going to aim to knock the, yeah, we're going to see if we can get the 45% chance on the Locust. That would be ideal, because that could deal more than enough to knock it over, or even just kill it outright. As for the rest of our weaponry, we will turn off the lasers. We don't need both of those. 2 snubs are probably overkill. Let's drop one of them so we can... Yeah, we'll stay heat neutral here, and then we'll fire off our SRMs just to make sure we get the kill. Look, you know what? I don't know. Our Blackjack's not in good condition, you know? Let's just drop off those SRMs, save ourselves a little bit of heat.
Here we go.
Alright, well there's the knockdown and a torso destroy. Right arm is taken off.
Critical hit.
Alright. Commander, I've got eyes on another local government lands. I repeat, a fresh wave of hostiles has entered the AO. Alright, that looks like a catapult and a trebuchet. Oh wait, trebuchet? Yeah. If they want to throw more bodies at us, that's fine by me. Our employer's going to pay us a big bonus for extra kills, and I'd be all too happy to collect. Alright. Let's make sure that we deal with this well. Alright, they're not focusing in on us yet. Alright.
Yeah?
Let's bring... You know what, 55s. That could actually be as good as we could ask. Their initiative is pretty low. Hang on a second. Let's just see what we can do. 15%. 45. Let's see. That will hurt us if we go in there. You know what? I think it's fine. We'll go ahead and we'll fire everything we've got against the Locust. We'll see if we can get the kill.
Heading out.
It's not particularly well armored, so yeah, as long as something lands, we should be alright. In fact, you know, let's go precision strike and try and boost those odds. Let's go center torso. Yeah, if that large laser hits center torso, we are all good.
Scored a critical hit.
All Alright, not quite, but not far off. Alright, so what do we have then? We have that Shadowhawk coming on in. Still got a lot of stability damage. That's fine. We'll clear up with the
Armor
Atlas.
holding.
I live to serve.
Archangel. Let's go ahead and finish off the Blackjack. Yeah, we only need 20 points of damage. I think we'll send some SRMs there. We'll send maybe the ER medium laser over here. Okay, you know what? We're actually in a very good position. And what do we see back there? Yeah, 50, 65, and 20. That's all A-okay. So, you, and you. We'll send the ER medium laser over to the Locust. That should be good. We'll send... What is this? An SRM 6 against the Blackjack. Send these against B. Although... You know what? Let's send one of them. Yeah, we'll send the SRM 4 over to the Locust, just on the off chance we miss with that ER medium laser. Yeah, scattering the damage around should hit that in the center torso and finish it off.
One for you, and one for you.
Alright, you know what? That's good enough. 2 kills.
Tango down.
2 kills for 1 action. That's not bad. That's also taken our VIP off the... Oh, actually, no. Still have vision here with the Shadowhawk.
Orders.
Alright, well, I guess it's time for us to clear that up. Let's get as close as possible. Just make this thing say goodbye.
How's it going?
I don't know. Our Zeus could also do a pretty decent job.
Yep.
Alright, you know what? Let's just take the wide angle here. Actually, you know what? No, let's just get the machine guns online. Let's just make sure that we're firing with as much as we can for as little heat as possible. We'll target him here. Let's leave... you know what? We really don't need that much. Let's drop off a medium laser or 2. And then... do we drop a snub? Let's see. He's got a good amount of health. You know what? Let's just make sure that he dies. We'll leave. We'll turn off the lasers for now, just to buy us a little bit of heat space. And then, yeah, we'll just
10-4.
see what we can do.
The last primary target is down, Commander.
Alright, well, that'll do. There we go.
Target down.
Alright, primary targets are down, Commander. You can evac at any time. Affirmative, I'll be on station. Alright, thank you, Maya, but we're not going to need that. We're going in for
Commander.
the kill. Let's bring... Oh, actually, our Zeus... We're not going to get eyes on regardless of what we do. Let's maybe focus in on the... we could go for a sensor lock. Go for the 65-ton catapult. Yeah, you know, let's move as far as we can. We'll use that to
Position
cool
confirmed.
down a little bit. And then we'll go sensor locking. Oh, okay, hang on a second. Let's just stop and think about this. Let's maybe go for the... Oh, actually, you know what? They're trying to go for indirect fire, but if we can take out its spotters, we basically negate him from being able to do anything. We'll target the 50-tonner.
Sensors locked on.
Yep, and that is a trebuchet with LRMs. Okay, good, good, good. We'll cause him a little bit of hassle. And then, yeah, we'll eliminate their spotters, and then we will have no trouble whatsoever.
Tickled.
Alright.
Yep.
So, technically speaking, we can get eyes on and shots on target. We are going to
Waiting for orders.
say no to this. Let's move our Shadowhawk forwards. And then... Yeah, we'll see which opportunity is greater. Oh, we also have a coolant vent,
Onward.
just in case. Yeah, I'm thinking we go... Those odds are much, much better against the trebuchet. Oh, and apparently it's a PPC and an AC5. Oh, okay. That's not what I was expecting. Maybe we go for the Locust instead. Yeah, let's vent our coolant. We're going to go for an Alpha Strike here. We're going to go for a Precision Strike just to boost up our chances. And we're just going to try and get this kill, and then we'll deal with the others as the turns go by.
Taking the shot.
Alright, well that's that done.
None who can stand before me?
Alright. Yep, okay. Knew we were going to get hit there, but that was to be
Showing minor damage.
That's, you know, pretty par for the course. And now let's go ahead and reserve. We'll let the... Oh, wait a second. I did not mean to press that. We'll go ahead and let the catapult have its turn. That way it can't focus on our VIP. Yeah, and then we can also shrug off that stability damage.
Heavy damage.
Alright, so...
What do you need?
You know what? Let's get this VIP up into position. We'll take some shots here just because that'll cut down on the evasiveness.
Got it.
That'll be fine. Anything you can do is better than nothing. Alright, minimal damage, but that's okay. Our Atlas can then follow up with a stack.
Yes, boss.
Yeah, and then...
Orders?
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Let's go ahead and we'll take our shots.
Copy that.
We'll see if we can knock this thing over. Okay, heat is still a little bit high. Let's drop off the SRM-4. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Oh, in fact, you know what? Let's aim that precision strike. Let's aim for... I don't know. Part of me wants to go for the leg. I'm not sure if we'll necessarily get the kill. Yeah, let's go for the leg. Yeah, that's pretty decent.
Critical hit.
Alright, so there goes his leg. There goes his accuracy if he ever stands back up again. He's an easier target for everybody. I think that's not a bad plan. And then... yeah, we either fire the LRMs or the mediums. And I think... oh, you know what? Let's just move... let's just move around so we can try and get eyes on the catapult on the next turn. If they don't make it around, we'll follow up with LRMs because that keeps us nice and cool. We'll go for the center torso. Why not?
Target acquired. One less target.
Alright, well, that worked out perfectly. Let's see. Reserving a turn.
Standing by.
Alright, what's the catapult going to do? It's standing on rough terrain. That is a bold maneuver.
Confirm.
Alright then.
Yes, Commander.
Let's go. Let's maintain as much distance as possible, but we will go ahead and take our shot.
Location confirmed.
Yeah, that'll do. Oh, and you know what? We may as well throw on a medium laser for good measure. No? Yeah, let's just fire our LRMs.
Locked on target.
Alright, so that's going to
What do you need?
knock him over a bit.
Understood.
We'll move up with our Griffin. We'll fire indirectly as that's all that we need.
I'm taking the shot.
Alright, and then... oh, what do we do here with our Atlas? Well, I suppose that's not a bad plan. We just move all the way up. Yeah, I don't see any downsides.
Affirmative.
Alright, well, all that his options are going to allow him to do is use LRMs as SRMs, which,
Waiting for orders.
well, we know that that's not a very wise decision, but we'll let him do what he wants. Can we get any closer to be able to fire off that small laser? Apparently not, so let's just take as much evasion as we can, and we'll see if we can, well, we can upset him a little bit. Let's go center torso.
Engaging target.
Alright, down to his structure.
Yep.
You know what? We'll give you a chance to try and get the kill, or at least work towards it. Oh, in fact, you know what? If that is the case, let's use our jump jets. Yeah, full salvo. There we go.
Here we go.
We'll see what you can do.
Acknowledge.
Well, look at it this way. She tried.
I'm receiving you.
She put on a decent amount of damage, considering. We'll drop off the... There we go. That'll work.
Engaging target.
Oh, and there's knockdown. Okay.
Orders.
Well then, if that's the case, let's let the Atlas, well, put it out of its misery. Yeah, there we go. That'll have to do. You know, we'll aim for the headshot. You never know. Okay, well, it worked.
Enemy eliminated.
Alright, all targets eliminated. Sit tight and I can collect you from where you're at right now. I guess that is one disadvantage of it lying down like that. The cockpit is just the highest
Mission
point.
successful.
Easy way to take that out. Okay, so that's good. No injuries, no damage really, and a solid amount of pay, which is the best thing possible, I suppose. Okay, so 1,112,000 sea bills, and some decent experience. The VIP did not get any kills, but that is realistically expected. We got part of a Locust, an AC-5 and a jump jet. It is what it is. And I suppose, actually, yeah, I think that might be enough for us to quickly swing by the barracks before we pick up our final mission here. That should be pretty good. And if not, well, oh well. So anytime. Alright, there we go, finally. Thank you very much, game. We'll go ahead and we'll help out our MechWarriors. Let's see, what have we
I'm
got?
receiving you.
We have enough XP here, so we can go for the overheat threshold, which I think is our goal. Yeah, I think that is definitely what we desire. So we'll confirm that for Archangel.
MechWarrior training complete.
Commander,
As for
let's do
Cosmo,
this.
you can go ahead and collect, yeah, that 20% max sprint speed. That is going to be very nice. We'll also pick up that recoil penalty, just as a safe thing to have.
Ready to rock.
Hawk, let's go. What do we want? I suppose at this point we could go for a few things, but I think we'll aim for the gunnery and the extra hit point. Yeah, mitigate any potential injuries. I think that's fair.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And then,
Yes, Commander.
oh, we can afford one more. So let's go for the +3 hit defense, +6 melee defense, and yeah, base melee to hit. I think that's the best.
MechWarrior
That's
training
probably one of the
complete.
best level 10 things that we can gain access to. So we'll take all of those. Also, speaking of which, if you'd like to join into the barracks of Leviathan's Might, we are still accepting applications. So if you have a MechWarrior with a name, a first, last name, as well as a call sign, we would be very keen to have your application in the comment section below. If you want to tell us a bit about your MechWarrior, that would be awesome, but if not, that's okay. We respect our employees' privacy. But either way, we're going to go ahead and pick up one more mission, since I think we're doing fairly well. Let's have a look. This is a target acquisition, which we've done before. It is 3 skulls, so it could be a little bit difficult, but again, it's not the be-all and end-all. I think we pick up just a reasonable amount of salvage. In fact, yeah, there we go. We can take a mech. Oh, hang on a second. Ooh. Do we want to go for this? We don't really have our head-shotting mech at the moment. But that said, though, we could... Maybe we go ahead and we kick up the money just that little bit. We'll still take some priority salvage. That way, if there's something good, we can take it, but we still get paid a decent amount of money. Yeah, and we can zip around and make sure that we get all of our work sorted. So... let's leave. Okay, we're in the jungle. Let's keep the Zeus. That's got about as much movement as our catapult does anyway. Maybe not be quite as heat efficient, but for the LRMs we should be fine, and then it just means if anyone gets close, our lasers can put in some good work for us. So I think we'll keep the Zeus. The Shadowhawk's not a bad plan. I think the Phoenix Hawk is also a particularly good choice. We do love being able to zip around the battlefield. And then... what else do we desire? Well, we could bring the Atlas, though it is a little bit slow. We do have limited amount of turns to get maximum bonuses. Maybe we bring... actually, maybe we bring the Catapult. Just take a silly amount of indirect fire damage. Would mean that we don't have to worry about lines of sight. Yeah, I think that's actually what we're going to go ahead and do. Yeah, let's bring our Catapult, and we'll go ahead and we will pilot that ourselves so we have the breaching shot. Yeah, I think that's not a bad plan. And then... yeah, that way we've got initiatives 2s, 3s. We'll get there before any vehicles if they have any. We can move before any turrets if they have any. We should be able to take them out pretty swiftly. Yeah, let's go ahead and deploy and see how this goes. I think it's not a bad... I think it's not a bad lance for a target acquisition. Alright, so our objective is to set targeting beacons for data transfer. We have an operative in place in a local government research facility, and for the past year, they've been gathering sensitive data, research data for us. They've notified us that they're ready for us to extract the data, and we need a deniable force to arrange that extraction. The research facility is not connected to any data networks, and all of the secure laboratories are far enough underground that wireless data signals are blocked. To get the information out, we're going to need to position a satellite receiver directly above the site. Your task will be to place positioning beacons to allow the satellite to lock onto the research data signal and download it. Alright, this sounds like a messy scenario, Commander. That satellite is going to be overhead for a short time. Alright, so we're not using it to blow up anything. We're using it to take out information. I guess we can make that work. Commander, I'll try to keep this brief because there's a lot happening on this one. You need to move into position in 3 marked locations here, here, and here. You'll have to station a unit in each location long enough to get the beacon deployed. Expect significant local resistance, government resistance. They'll try to force you out of the targeting regions. We're on a very tight schedule, Commander. The satellite will only be overhead for a short time, and if we don't have the beacons up in time, no data and no payday. After the data's been uploaded, you'll get confirmation and can make for the evac point. Samaya will be on station to pull you out of there. Alright, watch yourself, Commander. I saw a hell of a lot of opposition on the way in. Alright, well, let's be careful. So, we get pay if we destroy local government forces, and if we kill the garrison. If we place them quickly, we'll get our pay, and then we need to make sure that we're in all locations for a long enough time. Okay, so, feels fairly familiar to our last one. I think, well, we may as well go ahead and get as close to the target zone as possible. Or at least the first one. From there, I feel like our Zeus could probably make our way over here. We'll try and send the Phoenix Hawk in that direction. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like it is our best path forwards. Alright, and you know what? Let's also take the time to put the... no, you know what? Let's just sprint for now. Heat management we can deal with at a later date. Our Shadowhawk we can get fairly close. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and... actually, you know what? I think we... do we cluster up or do we spread out? Let's see, that'll give us 5 evasion, this will give us 4. You know what? We're actually going to go ahead and move over here. I would rather... yeah, I would rather not get too clustered and have stray shots hitting us early. Alright, and they do have a Griffin that also has jump jets, that's fine. And our Phoenix Hawk, we will go... you know, let's just zip off as far as we can. we want to start making our path down to that final position, if at all possible.
Time to earn our money.
We may need to use our jump jets a bit to make sure we don't get shot in the back. That is definitely a thing we may need to do.
I'm receiving you.
Alright, so our Shadow Hawk, we can move up into cover and we can take some pretty solid shots on that Griffin. I think that's probably the best option we have. He will get a turn to move, but I feel like this is probably the way to go about it. Yeah, alright, let's move up.
I'm going.
Oh, and what else do we see? We have a 20-ton, a 30-ton, and a 35. Alright. Let's fire.
Locking target.
Alright, some solid stability damage. Let's see. Oh, is that another 50-ton mech? I think that was. Okay, we might need to navigate this carefully. Yes, it was a 50-ton. Alright, so let's think. Maybe an Enforcer.
Awaiting
Maybe
order.
a Centurion. That's always plausible. Alright, so what have we got? Only going to be firing medium lasers at this point. I think we reserve... Yeah, we'll try and get them closer. And then depending, we might be able to use our jump jets into the water to mitigate our heat growth and do maximum damage. Oh, PPC, and that looks like an LRM-5. That could be a Griffin, I think. And again, more just miscellaneous LRMs. Alright, interesting. Alright, let's bring...
Receiving you.
Actually, you know what? Maybe we focus everybody heading down here and we'll send the... Yeah, we send the Shadow Hawk this way. Maybe we send the Phoenix
You have
Hawk
orders?
off as far as possible. Yeah, this could actually be the way that we play this. In fact, yeah, that could actually work out rather nicely. Yeah, we can get out of there. We can pick this up. We can march all together. Present a solid front. Yep, this is how we're going to do it. Alright,
Confirm.
let's jump down here with our Phoenix Hawk. We see that there is a Spider and a Crab. Okay, another 20-ton mech and a Jenner, which is mainly for brawling. Okay, well, the good news is we can start here and hopefully
I believe this should have an effect.
we can strip some of the armor off that thing. Alright, looks like it was off the torso. Honestly, I was kind of hoping to take out a leg,
How's it going?
but that's okay. Let's get our Zeus. 60s and 65s. I don't think we can do much better. We also do have the catapult, and I think we keep the catapult in cover. Yeah, so let's move the Zeus forwards. Okay, attention all local government forces. We believe hostiles are attempting to place targeting beacons. Intercept them immediately. Well, they're right, except we're not planning on destroying them. We'll go ahead and we'll focus everything we've got here. It's going to build up a fair bit of heat, but I think it is worth it.
Firing.
Alright, very good. And then, yeah, we can get into the water on the next turn to help us with our heat mitigation. As for these LRMs, I think we just focus entirely upon this Griffin. Let's get one of their bigger mechs out of the way sooner than later. Alright.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Well, that thing's definitely falling down. Alright, we took out its leg. Alright, and good work. Alpha beacon has been deployed. Alright, that is good. We still have 6 more rounds, so we should be fine. Alright, Zeus taking a little bit of the heat. That's fine by me. That is good.
Holding.
We've got the armor. As for the Spider... Man, they really are trying to focus us down. Okay, and what about the Locust? Okay, nominal damage. It's not that bad. Oh, and we have another 30-tonner all the way back there. Okay. Well, I'm going to go with that's a Jenner, judging by the
Minimal
LRMs.
damage.
Alright, so let's go
Yes, Commander.
ahead and figure out what we want to do.
How might I help?
This Phoenix Hawk of ours, we can get to where we want to go on this turn. I don't know if that's necessarily the best. Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? We have the ace pilot ability. We can target this guy first. In fact, hang on a second. Yeah, 91. I reckon we take our shot here first, try and kill the Griffin, and then we jump jet away. Yeah, that'll work. Let's go ahead and go for that center torso. Let's just go for the kill. There's a good chance we could get this.
Unleashing hell.
And I don't think we got it. Oh no, we did.
Enemy down.
Okay, well, I am surprised and I am okay with that. Let's go ahead and use those jump jets. We'll stay nice and cool. And that is another beacon sorted. Let's see what this crab does. Alright, heavy firepower, but again, we are okay.
Were you trying to attract my attention or something?
Alright, so our Phoenix Hawk is safe. We've got that Javelin back there, a 45-ton mech up over there. I'm not sure what that will have. But yeah, at this stage, I don't think they're going to be able to target us.
Ready for orders.
Let's get this Shadow Hawk, because essentially we have 5 rounds, so we need to just start taking them out fairly swiftly. You know what, maybe we just go for a precision strike and see if we can take out the spider. Stop that thing from being able to shoot us in the back. Yeah, I think that's probably the play here. Do we want to stay there, or do we want to use some jump jets as well? You know what? I think jump jets are probably the play. Yeah, that'll be fine. Give us a little bit of extra evasion.
Roger that.
And separate us out so we don't all get hit. Let's go for that precision strike and build up some heat. Let's aim for that center torso and see if we can kill this thing.
Acknowledge. Solid connection on that one.
Alright, good connection, but unfortunately too much for us to chew through. Oh, and there's a Vindicator. Alright. Well, you know what? The Phoenix Hawk is safe. That evasiveness is working to our advantage. And then a large laser. Alright. Well, I guess we'll see.
Standing by.
Let's bring... what do we do here? How's this looking? It's down to 35 hit points. It's not a much. Oh, no. Let's be a little bit wise. We'll move up. Oh, we can get that small pulse online. We could maybe fire... Let's see, LRMs at the crab. Yeah, I think that's acceptable.
Heading out.
So this is going to be too much for us. That's okay. We'll drop off the... What was it? No, not the Jenna. Those odds are pretty terrible. Yeah, the crab is something we can aim for a little bit better. 70s and 75s. Alright. Let's go focus on you first. We'll focus on you second. Let's drop off the... Actually, you know what? Let's send those to B. Let's see. How much damage? Yeah, it's probably worth dropping one of these lasers here and just staying right on the threshold, and then we can navigate on the next turn. Or do we turn off an extra laser here? It's just trying to figure out that spider. What have we got? We need 35 damage, so we need the small pulse or that and something extra. You know what? Yeah, we'll leave as many as we can. In fact, yeah, that'll just have to be good enough. Yeah, we'll keep as many lasers on it as possible.
Firing on multiple enemies.
Alright, that's not going to be a kill, unfortunately. Alright. But that crab is looking remarkably unsteady. Alright, let's have a check-in on this thing. It's down to 10 hit points in the center, 30 and 19. Okay. We'll just go ahead and we will go... you know what? Oh, we could move into the water. Yeah, look, maybe we... Cover is nice, but we could potentially, you know, Yeah, you know what? We don't want to be entirely unable to take some heat. We're going to go ahead and split these between the two. We're going to see if we can knock over the crab. This should kill the spider.
Engaging multiple targets.
Alright, good. There goes the spider. That's the main thing I wanted gone. And then that crab is barely standing, but we did get that second beacon placed, so that's ideal. Yeah, they're definitely trying to fight us on placing these beacons. But that is fine. The locust is swinging around. Again, we can happily dodge that for now. We have 5 turns to place the beacon, which I'm alright with. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to dip out of this position over here. We're going to regroup over there. We'll try and take out either the Jenner or the crab, something along those lines. Yeah, let's move. Yeah, there we are. I reckon we can knock over this crab with some SRMs. That would be good. And yeah, then we can set up for cover on the next turn. Although, heat's not too much of an issue. Maybe we take up some cover. Yes, let's take cover. That seems like a wise plan. We'll leave the Vindicator and the Javelin up there. But we might be able to slow down this crab, which would be remarkably nice. Leave it as is. Yeah, I think we do.
Firing all weapons. I think I hit something good.
Alright, so that's 2 injuries. That's not going to be enough to knock him out. He's a defender, so I think he'll have at least 4 hit points. Possibly 5, depending. But at least his accuracy is going to be abysmal if he gets back up again. Let's go ahead and we're jump jetting our way across. Do we focus on the general or do we focus on the... Oh, you know what? That's a prime opportunity here for this crab. I think we could... Oh, that Jenner does have a lot of damage, and if it gets behind us, that could be rather scary. It's not fun, but we're going to go for it. We're going to go for the Jenner instead. It does upset me a little bit. We'll try and take out a leg or something, though. See if we can slow it down a little bit, if not destroy it. In fact, let's go for a precision strike here. What do we have as far as armor? 105. We could theoretically get that. We do have 46% chance there. The leg is much better, though. It would be an injury. Yeah, I think we go for the leg.
As you wish.
Alright, so at least that's that sorted. He's going to have some terrible accuracy on the next turn. We can probably finish him off a bit easier. Yeah, Shadowhawk's getting targeted, but I guess that's to be expected. Let's bring...
Let's do this.
Oh man, we could technically come on in for a melee and cool down. That catapult could also... Oh, you know what? I think I see a solution here. We move over here, we'll shoot it with the small laser, and we'll fire our LRMs at the crab and make the most of that thing being tipped over. There we go, and that crab is in very poor condition. I think we can make this work.
Engaging multiple targets.
Alright, 2 mechs down. Oh, well, sorry, a mech down. But that's 1 mech that doesn't get a turn this round, and that is what we want. Let's go... Oh, do we chill the entire way out? How are we looking? We need 110. We do have the melee damage. If we take out a leg, that'd also sort that out. Alright, hang on a second. If we were to shoot... Yeah, we're going to be generating way too much heat. Even if we turn off all of our LRMs, it's not really going to help us. I think what we do here is we go for melee. I think this is the best play that we've got. Hang on a second. There we go. We'll fire the small pulse. There's a good chance that this thing gets pretty severely cooked. Yeah, let's just take it. 95% is pretty solid.
Putting my weight into it.
Alright, and that's what we needed. Oh, good. Thank you, little
One
emotional
last
support
target.
pulse wazer. Alright, Commander, I've been tracking the satellite and you're almost out of time. You need to get those beacons placed immediately. Well, you know what? It's okay. We've got 4 rounds. I'm feeling pretty confident now that we've got rid of that Jenner. We still have a decent amount of mech to get through, but at the same time, we're in a pretty happy position. We're relatively cool. We're close to the objective.
So far, so good.
We've got 2 mechs with some solid maneuverability if we need it. In fact, yeah, we could realistically get there in a turn or 2 if we desired.
Reporting.
But we're going to, let's see, the Griffin, the Vindicator. What do we do? SRMs are annoying, but I think we can manage. The Javelin's and irritating. I think we focus on the Griffin. Let's go. Oh, actually, let's just double check. That left leg has taken some damage. We should be careful about what we show. Yeah, maybe we swing this way and then we fire our small lasers at the Locust and the rest at the Griffin. Actually, you know what? Our evasiveness is remarkably good. I think we let them come to us. Yeah, let's just double check. Our Shadowhawk's looking pretty good. We'll be fine.
Roger that. Standing by.
Alright, so the Vindicator's taken a shot. Yep, we're all good.
I laugh at your puny attack.
Alright, oh, and you know what? That's actually ideal. That is remarkably good. That that Griffin getting close should mean that we've got some very
Good to go.
profitable shots to take. Alright, so let's not waste... what do we do? Do we just move back 65% and just do a full salvo? And it's not going to get any better, so I suppose we can fire from there, although... Yeah, those LRMs are not going to be any lower than 65%, so let's just move up and give us the best possible situation. Actually, do we get the pulse online at all if we get closer? Yes, okay, alright. You know what, I don't think the pulse is worth it. No, let's just go ahead and move up here.
Affirmative.
We'll get all of those LRMs on station and we're just going to go ahead with a precision strike. We're going to see what damage we can do here. We're going to target the center torso. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to spend our damage if it's going to land anywhere.
Locked on target.
Alright, and that thing is looking very, very unsteady. Let's use our catapult. We'll follow up with some more LRMs. In fact... Oh, do we just focus this thing down, potentially? 65%, 80%. Yeah, know what? I actually think what we'll do is we'll split our fire. I don't care if we don't get the kill here on the Griffin. We'll knock it over for sure, so I'm not that concerned, but the Locust we could theoretically take out. It's not amazing, but at the same time too, those things are paper thin.
Engaging multiple targets.
Alright, so there's our knockdown. And yeah, that Locust is certainly less well off than what it used to be. Not by much,
I'm ready.
but at this point I'm sure, well, most things count. Alright, so let's
What's
go.
the plan?
Let's see, we can take some shots here with a Phoenix Hawk. How's he doing? 79 points of... Okay, you know what? Let's just move up. We'll save our heat. We'll go ahead and we'll take this thing out.
I'm core. Hostile removed.
Alright, so there he goes.
I'm here.
As for Archangel, let's bring... what have we got there? LRM-15? Yeah, I think we focus in on the Javelin, on the Locust.
I'm your spaniel.
That'll be fine. We have enough of a heat threshold, we'll be fine. Yeah. Oh, and you know what? How's our resolve? It's good enough. Let's go for a precision strike and just make sure that this thing dies. I'm not too concerned.
Roger that. Mech destroyed.
Let's get this done.
Alright, so that's that. Zeus is taking heat, but that's okay.
No sweat. I got this.
Let's just double check. How is the Zeus feeling? Remarkably okay.
They will be done.
Alright, let's go.
Awaiting orders.
Phoenix Hawk, what to do? Can we actually... Oh, we can jump behind that Vindicator. Okay then. Well, let's go ahead and be an absolute menace. We'll jump right behind it. We'll go for a precision strike, and we're going to core this thing.
You should have never come. One less target.
Alright, and that leaves everybody else.
Live to serve.
Let's go ahead and... You know what, just to be on the safe side, we'll move and shoot. Yeah, that way we can pick that up on the next turn. We'll go ahead and dump our coolant, because why should we hold on to such hot stuff? We can happily get some good damage. Alright, there goes the torso.
I think things are going swimmingly. Don't you?
You know what, that pun would have been even better if we just landed in the water.
Yes, boss.
But you know what, it's fine. It's fine. We'll make do. Let's go ahead and stay in the water to mitigate that heat generation. And yeah, let's go ahead and fire everything.
Target locked in. That's a kill.
Alright, well, we still have time left on our stuff, so let's go ahead and get our catapult to rejoin. And then...
Give them everything you've got.
Alright, let's bring...
You have orders?
Cheese Goblin will walk you into the water there. We'll let you cool off.
Confirmed.
We'll brace. And then...
I await your command.
Where do we go? Where are we exfilling from? That is a good question. You know, let's just move up over here.
Moving to position.
And we'll brace. And then...
Yes, Commander.
I'm guessing we're probably going to work our way through. So let's go... yeah, let's go maybe over here.
On my way. Double time.
Yeah, we can cool down. Alright, so that should place our beacon fairly comfortably. We'll keep the catapult somewhere in the middle. That'll be fine. Alright, I'm getting a signal from the satellite, Commander. They've locked onto the beacon successfully. Alright, beginning data transmission. Okay, Farah, give me a heads up when they're done, and I'll move in for the pickup. Alright, so await further instructions, which is in 2 rounds. We have evac to go to.
Daniel.
Let's not waste any time. We can wait for 2 rounds. Alright, and...
What's the plan?
Cheese Goblin, let's roll. Some really solid maneuver there on that Phoenix Hawk.
Good to go.
Very nice. And it looks like we're even close enough to get our Zeus into position. We'll hop into some cover just on the off chance that there is some enemies popping by. And our catapult, well, we'll just join the rest of the lance. Alright, well, one more round of waiting. I think
Standing by.
that's not an
Yes,
issue.
Commander.
That's not an issue.
Commander.
Alright, let's just brace these fellows.
Holding here.
Commander.
We'll go ahead and we'll move over there.
Move order received.
And then we'll move our catapult over here. Alright. Well, there we go. Safely extract before reinforcements arrive. They will have
They
not
will
a
be
single
done.
clue that we were ever here.
I'm walking here.
Alright, so that'll do.
How might I help?
We'll go ahead and, oops.
Reporting.
No, let's just use your jump jets. That'll be fine.
Engaging jump jet.
Brace.
Let's do this. On the move.
Alright. And that's it. Is everyone aboard? Let's get the hell out of here.
Mission
Fantastic.
successful.
Well, I would say that we handled that remarkably well. Not any real issues to deal with. don't get me wrong, we could have found ourselves in a bit of a tight spot, but between the maneuverability of that Phoenix Hawk and the ability to stab it in the back, and the Shadowhawk doing some very good work with those SRMs, I'm very happy with our performance. Alright, and 971,000 C-bills to show for it. Everyone got a kill, no one got injured, our armor is easily repaired. I think that's good. We can take 2 parts of salvage, so I guess if that's the case, let's take the heaviest we've got, which is parts of a Griffin. That works splendidly, and unless of course there is a modified weapon that I really want. I don't think the medium laser is worth that much, although I will happily take it. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately though, taking the mech is always more or less the right choice unless it's a phenomenal weapon. And as much as I like my modified medium lasers with extra damage, having a mech is far, far superior. Okay, so, well then, if that's the case, I think it's about time we, we go ahead and we, decide to start leaving the planet. Although, yeah, we should double check in on our MechWarriors too, just to make sure that there wasn't an XP threshold that we crossed. We should also...
BattleTech is ready to fight, Commander.
Yeah, we'll put you in storage, thank you. Alright, so, Barracks, MechWarriors, let's check on in.
I'm ready.
We can go ahead and boost up some skills here. I think we'll save this piloting for maybe the gunnery. I think I'd prefer to have gunnery than the slight boost to melee.
Waiting for orders.
Cosmo, overheat threshold. You know what? That's actually not bad either. Maybe we pick that up for him. Give us a little bit more wiggle room. It's not like your gunnery skills are particularly poor. They're not bad. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick up that overheat threshold.
MechWarrior training complete.
Hawk, yep, still no XP, and then we don't have enough either. Alright, so, you know what? I think with that being the case, let's double check the store, but I'm pretty sure we're about to go ahead and move on. Yeah, look, there is an LRM-5 with some extra damage. It's not super expensive. It could be nice. Hey, look, you know what? For 100,000, you know, we'll just go ahead and purchase it.
New weapon systems
and
available.
that should be good enough. We'll leave that be for now. We'll go ahead and we'll figure out our contract with the for the assault mech in the next one, and we will travel then, as well as see if we need to do anything for our mechs along the way, because I'm pretty sure we're about to get a new mech bay up and running. So if you do want to see all of that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan signing out.